Hi, Leo. Welcome to May. How is Taurus season treating you? I hope well. If you're new here, I'm Timil, and every month I channel oracle messages for the collective, the overflow community at large, which is you. Then we go deeper inside of the sanctuary, which is our private membership space for communion with yourself and other soul family. If you're not new here, you're noticing a different background. I'm in a different area and having a new setup. And so while I'm doing that and filling in this space, there is a little bit of an echo, so bear with me. Yeah, let's get into your messages. We're using the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And this Taurus season energy, and it's probably a lot, it's probably the full moon, preparing us for also an eclipse that's coming up next month, and Uranus and Taurus, just all of the things, all of the shifts. But you have the same energy as Taurus, and this was also on the bottom of the deck for Cancer, I believe, the coming apart. And that's your strength. Breaking things down so that you can build things back up, coming to life as your challenge. Coming out of a shell, breaking down a lot of potentially like this false mask, or even here in this challenge card, it's like she was a statue of stone. And so that's what seems to be crumbling, whatever facades that you have built up for protection, whatever masks you wore, you're emerging, or spirit desires that you emerge as a more authentic version of you, as an integrated version of you as well, so that you're not split into two, is the way that it's feeling. It's not necessarily like living a double life, Leo. It's more like pretending that a part of you doesn't exist. It feels like. The bottom of the deck, we have details, 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 which also may be adding to this sense of pressure or overwhelm that you're facing, because you do have a lot of things going on. Like, you have a lot of things to review. You potentially have contracts to sign, or you're entering into some new agreements that require you to potentially wear this type of mask. It's okay for everybody not to get all of you. It's also okay for everybody to not know everything you have going on. You don't need to put all of your cards on the table, when you're negotiating. You just need to be looking for what's in your best interest. And yes, everything will work out for all involved, but you don't want to shortchange yourself or end up asking for less or getting less just because. Two things: you technically be fine with the less, or because you really, really need something, you need it, you end up agreeing to lower than what you deserve out of a desperation, is what's coming through. So let's look and see what the cards say, the oracle deck says, for your strength for the month. The coming apart card is assigned to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, disillusion, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. coming to life. We'll get more on that if it's romantic in the sanctuary. Because I feel y'all be like, wait, what? What's going on? Or whatever it's about, we'll get more specifics in the sanctuary. So your challenge. The coming to life card is a gentle reminder to get out of your own way, to let go and let spirit lead. New life is unstable in the beginning and needs gentle care. Farmers don't go into their fields and pull up the shoots of plants to see how they're doing. They know that everything has its own cycle of growth. Let nature take its course. Find other things to focus on now. Simplicity and small steps are the order of the day. When the time is right, you will see the miracle. And if there is any area that maybe potentially you have been trying to force something, particularly in relationship, now is probably a time to stop pretending like everything's okay or that you're 100% satisfied or whatever. There's something coming through here about being honest about either the pain you experience or the parts of yourself that you've been hiding in the relationship. And you can't be afraid to do that just because you don't want basically the contract to be broken or to lose something. So, yeah, focus on you, especially with the coming to life part, talking about step by step. Like, you really need clarity of mind and you really need to be able to focus, and trying to put on a show for May isn't gonna work for you. You actually need to be really doing a lot of internal assessments so that you say things in a way that don't harm you, that don't cause you unnecessary harm. And this really isn't about another person, so I won't even say so that you don't hurt another person. This is more so about being sure about what you're saying before you say it and you can't take it back. Okay, so let's get into your reading.